Okay, I am returning to some more Zach Rushing. It has been a while since I've watched one of his videos. He never fails to make me laugh, and my comedy reaction side of this channel got started with him, so I always like to come back around and revisit him. This is I'm going in order of his earliest videos to, moving up to the more recent ones. I've got a ways to go because he's got a lot of content on his channel. Quite a bit anyway, several videos. This is called Listen Up. I think it has something to do with kids based on the really quick description that I read. So but other than that, I don't know for sure. So let's go ahead and see what he has to say.
Now, I'm playing softball today, having a good old damn time. And somehow, controversy finds me. And I'm not 100% on how exactly it finds me, but I'm okay with the shit.
Okay.
All right. I get into this debate with this woman
Boy.
about participation trophies for our kids. Now, let me say my piece before all you damn cupcakes start to hollering. Let me explain something to you. Kids need to know that you're going to fail in life. It's simple as that.
Agree. I absolutely agree. I'm so glad he's touching on this because, yeah, the whole, yeah, I agree, Zach, completely. Okay, here we go.
Kids need to know that you're going to fail in life. It's simple as that. Everybody fails. If you don't fail, you're sheltered, and you turn into a real McAsshole when you grow up and you wear sparkly jeans and drive your daddy's truck with American Force rims on them, and you act like a complete douchebag and you smoke e-cigarettes. I mean, it turns you into a fucking asshole.
Oh.
And I'm not talking about the good kind of asshole like me.
Okay.
I'm talking about the pussy ass little asshole that's got to get his girl to kill the damn spiders for him. Them kind of, I mean, seriously. But
okay.
My take on the kids is this. If they don't know that you have to win in order to be rewarded, then why would they try? Like,
right.
My mentality is if a kid goes out there, he's like, well, we're getting a trophy at the end of the season anyway. I'm just going to have fun. Great for you. That's fantastic. Go read a book because you're not an athlete. Athletes are born. They're not made. Your mentality when you're a kid is instilled in you. Whether I'm going to be the best motherfucker on this field or I'm going to be another jersey. And I've seen it throughout my whole life. I've played football at every level, and I've seen it in high school with boys on the team just because their daddy back in the 70s had a jersey number and dad wanted to wear that same jersey. They didn't want to be there. If you don't want to be there, stay your ass at home and play fucking Fortnite. All right? But there is a damn place in this world for people who still do shit the old way. And by the old way, I mean they get out there, they play catch with their kids, they hit batting practice, they go through football drills, shoot basketball together. Doesn't matter what sport it is. Go hit golf balls together. They spend time with their kids because their kids have a drive to become athletes. That is a thing. And if you're rewarding the kids that are losing, that's why we're having school shootings, because they don't know how to handle rejection. Back in the day, and when I say back in the day, I mean even before my time. I'm talking mainly like 70s and 80s. If you were at school and you had a damn problem with somebody, there wasn't no going and telling the teacher. All right, if you fought the son bitch, it wasn't no going to jail. You fought his ass, and you rather got your ass knocked out, or you whipped his ass. Now, if he whipped your ass and you're okay with that, then you need to go sit over there in the corner and sit down. But if there's a little spark in that brain of yours where you're not okay with it, you go home, you work out, you hit the fucking punching bag, you wake up in the morning, drink raw eggs and run, you do shit like that, and you come back and you try his fucking ass again. All right? But there ain't none of this curling up into a ball and fucking safe zones inside college campuses because I'm being bullied. You're a fucking pussy. I'll say it. If you're sitting there saying that they're being mean to me, they're hurting my kids' damn feelings. Fuck them. Your kid needs to grow a set of nuts and stand up for themselves because they won't make it in life. They'll be living in your fucking basement playing World of Warcraft and Fortnite and thinking that's a fucking career. It's not. And to be honest with you, if you're going to try and throw fucking shade at me on this post, I really, really, really don't give a fuck. Because I ain't sugarcoating shit. Everybody needs to hear this fucking shit. And if you don't agree with it, unfollow me. I really don't give a fuck. Only people I want on my page are the people that think like me, which is hard-nosed, root hog fucking die. You got to scratch and claw for every inch that you're gonna get in this world. And if you come in soft, it's gonna chew you up and spit your fucking ass out. And if you teaching your kids that it's okay to be soft, I don't want nothing to do with you. Because you ain't living in my world. Shit.
I was waiting for that closing line because it's always part of his videos so far. Every time I watched a video, it has ended with that. Okay, so I agree completely with what he's saying. I think that we are doing, in general, obviously, not everybody acts like this or thinks like this, but I think in general, we are doing a huge disservice to a generation plus of kids that have been pampered way too much. They've been coddled a lot. They've been protected too much. And they don't understand that life isn't easy in general. It's a struggle for a lot of people. Some people do have harder struggles than others, but in general, it's a struggle. And the stuff that is going on now, today, with one of the things he pointed out was the safe zones. That's absolutely ridiculous, you guys. These are young adults, and they are being treated like they are teeny tiny little children. And also, it's creating a very toxic sort of mentality in their brains. And these are the type of people that have no qualms about engaging in the ridiculous cancel culture that is going on these days, where somebody says something that hurts their feels and they need to completely eradicate that person from existence. They need to make sure that person is fired. They need to publicly humiliate that person down into the ground, like they are nothing. That they engage in this mob mentality tactic where it's just a constant pile on, and they basically try to run the person off. It's completely insane what is happening. And it ties into what he's talking about. I know I'm sort of branching off into something different, but it's all connected. We're raising a generation of pansies, is what's happening. And what's really crazy is that we've got huge entities like big tech going along with all of this stuff. That's really scary, where they can completely cut you off from your ability to express yourself publicly. And the people have made the comment, so I'm talking specifically about like things like Twitter and Facebook, and also to a great extent YouTube, the links that they have gone to silence certain people. And the argument has been made that, well, they're a private company, so they can do what they want. That is true. However, these these social media platforms, they've pretty much established themselves as public forums / utilities, whatever. And as such, they have made themselves pretty much the place to go to for public discourse. And so when they engage in censorship tactics, they are violating freedom of expression by doing that. And they're not like your private company, like a flower seller over here. It's not the same thing. They have established themselves as fundamental to society for the most part. No, you don't have to participate in social media, but it's like it's the public platform, it's the public forum, it's like the town square. And they're trying to silence certain voices. And a lot of that is tied into this ever increasing mentality of people that are so afraid or have such objection to the thought of someone having a different opinion or different worldview than them. And I'm not talking about the extremes, you guys. I'm not talking about those extremes on whatever end, you know, you want to point to. I'm talking about just people that have disagreement, and they want to debate and discuss, and yet certain elements are, or certain narratives or certain viewpoints are, there is a concerted effort to silence it and shut it up and pretend it doesn't exist, and that directly ties into the type of thing he's talking about, where kids um, are being raised to basically react this way when something doesn't, it's like a big huge temper tantrum that's going on. If you don't agree with me, I want to try to shut you, I'm going to shut you up in whatever way I can. And I'm also going to try to get you fired because you said something that I disagree with. And because you said this thing I disagree with, I'm also going to label you all these names under the sun. And then I will repeat that narrative as if what I've said is fact, when really what I'm doing is I'm just distorting the situation because I'm mad that you don't think like I do. This is what's happening. And this is very, very, very bad territory to be getting into. And yet it is increasing. The speed with which this has escalated is absolutely frightening to me. And I know this was supposed to be a comedy type reaction, you guys, but some of the stuff he said in here, some of the, you know, the way he acts, it's funny, it's comedic, but he's actually touching on something that's quite serious and has really been troubling me a lot over the past few years. And it's just, it's gotten to a really, it's gotten to a really serious point, and I can only hope that um, more rational heads will prevail. But I really have a feeling that it's not going to happen anytime soon because there is so much of a concerted, widespread effort to stomp out um, those who disagree with the prevailing um, narrative that's going on about certain things. And it's, I don't see anything beneficial about that at all. I think we're going to pay a huge price for it in a lot of ways. And I just, I will be glad for the time when people kind of start to wake up. But I don't know when or if that's ever going to happen anytime soon. And until then, I don't know. The only I guess the only thing that those of us who are aware of the very real dangers of this sort of thing continuing, the only thing we can do is just try to speak out against it in whatever way we can for as long as we can until we're silenced because people don't agree with it. So anyway, whatever. This kind of took a turn I wasn't expecting. I had a feeling it was going to be a little bit more on the serious side just because uh, from what I could tell, the gist of the description of this kind of made me think he was sort of going to touch on what he ended up touching on, but I wasn't expecting these very animated thoughts that came to me because as you can tell, it just really it lit a spark in me that it's because this is stuff that's been on my mind a lot lately, and this just kind of like, oops, sorry, it just kind of I don't know, it triggered me. Triggered, I'm triggered. Um, anyway, okay, well, that's it. I don't have anything else to say about that. I need to go ahead and turn this off because I'm late taking my asthma medicine. So I'll see you guys later. Adios.